Success begins in the mind long before it shows up in your life. Everything you see around you today, the clothes you're wearing, the chair you're sitting on, the building you're in, started as nothing more than an idea in someone's mind. That's how powerful thought is. Thought is the origin of every creation, the birthplace of every invention, and the foundation of every achievement. If that is true, then the thoughts you hold on a daily basis are not harmless wanderings. They are shaping the very world you live in. The truth is, you cannot think negative, self-defeating thoughts and expect a positive, successful life. Just as you cannot plant apple seeds and expect to harvest oranges, you cannot sow seeds of doubt, fear, and limitation and hope to reap abundance, confidence, and success. The law of attraction responds to the frequency of your thoughts, and whatever you consistently focus on begins to form into reality. Think of your mind as a broadcasting station. Every thought you dwell on sends out a signal. That signal attracts back to you experiences, people, and circumstances that match its vibration. If you constantly broadcast lack, saying to yourself, "I never have enough money," or "Things never work out for me," you are sending out a call for more of that lack to come into your life. On the other hand, if you hold the thought that opportunities are everywhere, that you are capable and worthy of success, then you are transmitting a signal of abundance and possibility. Your life will always follow the direction of your most dominant thoughts. The challenge for most people is that they let their thoughts run wild, unchecked, and often negative. They think about their problems more than their possibilities. They dwell on fears instead of goals. And because the law of attraction does not discriminate, it simply responds to the frequency. It begins to arrange circumstances that mirror those negative patterns. That is why it's so important to become intentional about your thinking. You must become the guardian at the gate of your mind, choosing which thoughts to allow in and which to reject. When you deliberately focus on what you want instead of what you don't want, you begin to shift the entire course of your life. This doesn't mean ignoring reality or pretending challenges don't exist. It means refusing to give your energy to the thoughts that keep you stuck. Every time a negative thought shows up, and it will, you have a choice. You can feed it, nurture it, and allow it to grow, or you can replace it with a thought that empowers you. This practice takes discipline, but it is the discipline that transforms your life. Over time, the mind starts to develop new habits, and positive, constructive thinking becomes your natural state. To attract success, start by asking yourself, what am I thinking about most of the time? Is it doubt? Is it fear? Or is it faith, vision, and possibility? Write down the thoughts you want to dominate your life and repeat them daily until they become part of you. Picture in your mind the life you want to live, and hold that picture with conviction. See yourself as successful, even before the evidence appears. Your subconscious mind cannot distinguish between what is real and what is vividly imagined. It accepts whatever you consistently feed it. When your mind accepts the new image, your actions, behaviors, and habits will begin to align with it, and your outer world will start to shift. Remember this: you are not a victim of circumstance. You are a creator of circumstance. Your thoughts are the starting point of everything you will ever attract into your life. Guard them, direct them, and cultivate them wisely, for they are the seeds of your future success. One of the greatest secrets to attracting success with the law of attraction is clarity. Success is not drawn to vague wishes or half-formed intentions. It responds to definite pictures, specific goals, and a mind that knows exactly what it wants. Most people never achieve their true potential not because they aren't capable, but because they have never taken the time to define what success actually means to them. They drift through life, wishing for things to get better, hoping opportunities will show up, but never setting a clear direction. A ship without a destination will drift endlessly, and so will a person without clarity. When you become clear about what you want, you ignite a powerful force inside you. Clarity acts like a magnet. It pulls resources, people, and opportunities into your life. Think of it this way: when you walk into a restaurant and place an order, you don't just say, "Bring me food." You tell the waiter exactly what you want from the menu. The same is true with the law of attraction. If you say, "I want to be successful," that's too vague. Success means different things to different people. What kind of success do you want? Is it financial independence, meaningful relationships, vibrant health, spiritual fulfillment, or all of the above? Until you define it, your mind cannot hold a picture of it, and the law of attraction has nothing specific to work with. Clarity begins with deciding. You must decide what you want your life to look like. That decision alone carries enormous power. Many people avoid making decisions out of fear fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of disappointment. But indecision is the enemy of attraction. The moment you decide, doors start to open. The universe begins to align with that decision. And more importantly, your mind begins to focus, filtering out distractions and recognizing opportunities that were always around you but invisible before. Writing down your goals is one of the simplest yet most powerful ways to create clarity. When you put pen to paper and describe in detail the life you want, you crystallize a vague desire into a tangible target. Describe your vision vividly. What does it look like, sound like, feel like? If it's financial success, write down the exact amount you want to earn, the lifestyle you want to enjoy, the contributions you want to make. If it's health, picture the vitality, energy, and freedom of movement you want. The more specific you are, the stronger the magnetic pull becomes. Clarity also requires consistency. It's not enough to write a goal once and forget it. You must revisit it daily. Read it, visualize it, and let it sink into your subconscious. Each time you do, you are reinforcing that image, making it more real to your mind, and therefore more attainable in your life. When your mind holds a clear, unwavering picture, it begins to notice pathways and solutions to bring that picture to life. Opportunities you once overlooked will suddenly stand out because your mind is tuned to them. Clarity doesn't mean you need to know every step in advance. Often, people hold back because they say, "I don't know how I'll achieve this." But the how is not your starting point. The law of attraction does not require you to know every detail. It requires you to know the destination. Once the picture is clear, the steps begin to reveal themselves along the way. Like headlights on a dark road, you may only see the next 100 feet, but if you keep moving forward, the entire path eventually becomes clear. Think of clarity as setting the coordinates on your internal GPS. Without it, you will wander aimlessly, no matter how powerful the engine. But once you program the destination, the system begins to guide you, rerouting when obstacles appear, finding alternative paths, and keeping you aligned with your goal. That is the power of clarity. It directs your mind, fuels your focus, and attracts the right circumstances to carry you forward. Remember this: vague goals bring vague results. Clear goals bring clear results. Decide what you want, write it down, see it in your mind, and hold it with conviction. Clarity is not just a nice idea. It is the magnet that draws success into your life. It is not enough to simply think about what you want. Thought alone has little power unless it is backed by emotion. Emotion is the energy that breathes life into thought. It is what turns an ordinary idea into a magnetic force that can draw people, resources, and opportunities into your life. Think of your thoughts as the blueprint and your emotions as the electricity that lights it up. Without that spark, the blueprint remains flat, lifeless, and unrealized. But the moment you add emotion, whether it's excitement, gratitude, or unwavering faith, you begin to radiate a frequency that the law of attraction cannot ignore. Consider how powerful emotions are in everyday life. When you feel fear, you attract more reasons to be afraid. When you live in worry, your mind notices problems everywhere. But when you feel gratitude, your focus shifts, and suddenly blessings appear in places you never noticed before. This is because emotion amplifies thought. The law of attraction responds to vibration, and vibration is nothing more than thought plus feeling. You cannot consistently feel lack and expect abundance. You cannot feel unworthy and expect success. You must cultivate emotions that align with the life you want to create. This is why visualization is so powerful. When you vividly imagine a goal, not just seeing it in your mind, but feeling it as if it were already real, you generate the same emotions you would if it had already happened. Your subconscious cannot distinguish between what is real and what is vividly imagined. So when you practice living in the feeling of your dream now, you impress it into your subconscious, and that creates a powerful magnetism. The clearer and more emotionally charged your vision is, the faster it begins to materialize. Think of someone who dreams of financial freedom. If they sit and think, "I want to be wealthy," but at the same time feel anxious about bills, worried about debt, and doubtful about their future, then their dominant vibration is not abundance. It's fear and lack. And that's what they will continue to attract. But if they take time daily to imagine themselves free of debt, enjoying the lifestyle they desire, contributing generously to others, and most importantly feel the joy and gratitude of that reality, then they begin to shift their vibration. The law of attraction responds to that feeling, not just the words. One practical way to use emotion to fuel attraction is through gratitude. Gratitude is one of the highest emotional states you can live in, and it instantly changes your vibration. When you are thankful for what you have and thankful in advance for what is coming, you align yourself with abundance. Instead of sending out signals of need or desperation, you send out signals of fulfillment and confidence. And those signals attract more reasons to be grateful. A daily practice of gratitude not only raises your emotional state but also keeps you focused on the good, which multiplies in your life. Another method is to use affirmations with emotion. Simply repeating words without feeling will do very little. But if you speak affirmations with passion, with conviction, and with the emotion of already having achieved them, then you are impressing them deeply into your subconscious mind. For example, saying, "I am successful," while feeling doubtful will have little effect. But if you close your eyes, picture yourself succeeding, and say it with a sense of joy, confidence, and certainty, your entire vibration changes. Emotion is the bridge between desire and reality. It is what takes a thought and turns it into a living frequency that attracts its match. This is why you must be conscious not only of what you think but also of how you feel. Ask yourself often, does this feeling match the life I want to create? If not, shift it. You have the ability to choose your emotional state, and when you do, you choose the frequency you are broadcasting to the world. Always remember, success is not just about thinking, it is about feeling. When your thoughts are aligned with your vision, and your emotions fuel those thoughts with gratitude, faith, and excitement, you become a powerful magnet for everything you desire. Emotion is not just fuel, it is the very language the law of attraction responds to. The law of attraction is not a license to sit back, think happy thoughts, and wait for life to deliver success on a silver platter. Thoughts and emotions are the starting point, but without action, they remain only wishes. Attraction without action is nothing more than daydreaming. If you want to attract success, your actions must be aligned with your vision. You cannot declare that you want wealth, then spend recklessly and avoid opportunities to learn and grow. You cannot say you want health, yet neglect your body, eat poorly, and avoid exercise. The law of attraction responds not only to what you think and feel but also to the energy you put into motion through your choices and behavior. Action is the proof of belief. If you truly believe in your vision, you will take steps toward it. Even small steps, when taken consistently, send a signal that you are serious. Think of it like planting a seed. You can imagine a tree in your mind, you can feel the joy of its fruit. But unless you plant the seed in the soil and water it daily, no tree will ever grow. Action is the planting and the watering. It gives your vision roots in the physical world. The moment you act, you begin to bridge the gap between imagination and reality. One of the greatest mistakes people make is waiting for everything to be perfect before they act. They say, "When I have more money, I'll start my business," or "When I feel more confident, I'll take the step." But that mindset only delays success. Confidence comes from doing. Clarity comes from moving forward, not from sitting still. The law of attraction favors momentum. When you take action, even if it's small, you set forces in motion that begin to multiply. New opportunities arise, people show up, and resources appear that you never could have predicted. But none of that happens if you remain idle. Aligned action is the key. This doesn't mean working endlessly without direction. It means taking steps that are consistent with your vision. For example, if your vision is financial freedom, then aligned action might be learning about investing, developing new skills, or creating streams of income. If your vision is health, then aligned action is changing your diet, exercising regularly, or developing habits that build vitality. When your actions reflect your goals, you create harmony between what you say you want and what you are actually doing. That harmony is magnetic. The beauty of aligned action is that it builds belief. Every time you act in the direction of your dream, you reinforce the idea in your subconscious that you are capable and worthy of success. This creates a cycle. Action strengthens belief, belief fuels more action, and together they accelerate your results. On the other hand, inaction weakens belief. Each day you fail to act, you send yourself the message that perhaps you don't truly believe in your vision. Over time, that lack of belief erodes your energy and your ability to attract. It's also important to understand that the law of attraction does not always hand you success in one giant leap. More often, it delivers opportunities disguised as small steps. If you are waiting for the perfect opportunity, you might miss the small doors that could have led you there. Take action on what you can do today. When you act on the little things, the bigger things unfold. Like stepping stones across a river, each small step reveals the next, until you find yourself standing exactly where you want it to be. Remember, attraction is not passive, it is interactive. You send out a signal through your thoughts and emotions, and the universe responds with opportunities. But it is your action that grabs those opportunities and brings them into form. If your actions contradict your vision, you cancel out the signal. If your actions support your vision, you amplify it. Success is attracted not to those who merely wish, but to those who match their wishes with consistent, determined action. Always remind yourself of this truth: what you think about, you bring about, but what you act upon, you live out. The law of attraction rewards movement, commitment, and persistence. When your actions reflect your vision, you don't just attract success, you embody it, and it becomes inevitable. No matter how strong your vision is or how clear your goals are, your environment has the power to either accelerate your success or hold you back. Human beings are deeply influenced by the people they spend time with, the information they consume, and the surroundings they place themselves in every day. If you want to attract success using the law of attraction, you must carefully design an environment that supports your goals rather than sabotages them. Your environment is like the soil in which your seeds of thought are planted. Rich, fertile soil allows those seeds to grow strong and healthy. Poor soil, on the other hand, stunts growth no matter how good the seed might be. Think about the people you spend the most time with. Do they encourage you, inspire you, and remind you of what's possible? Or do they pull you down, feed your doubts, and reinforce limitations? It has often been said that you become the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. This is not just a motivational phrase, it is a reality of human psychology. Energy is contagious. If you surround yourself with negative, complaining, small-minded people, you will absorb their vibration and begin to mirror it. But if you surround yourself with optimistic, ambitious, growth-oriented individuals, their energy will raise yours. You cannot consistently attract success if your environment constantly drags you back into mediocrity. Your environment also includes what you feed your mind. Every book you read, every program you watch, every conversation you engage in is programming your subconscious. If you constantly consume negativity, whether through news, gossip, or entertainment that breeds fear and doubt, you are training your mind to focus on lack and limitation. On the other hand, if you choose to read inspiring books, listen to empowering teachings, and engage in conversations that stretch your thinking, you are planting seeds of abundance and possibility. What you consume mentally determines the vibration you hold, and the vibration you hold determines what you attract. Physical surroundings matter as well. Clutter, disorganization, and chaos in your environment can create mental clutter and confusion. A clean, orderly space communicates clarity, focus, and readiness. When you take care of your environment, you send a signal to yourself and to the universe that you are serious about success. Even small changes, like keeping your workspace clean, decorating it with inspiring images, or organizing your schedule, can elevate your energy and align you more closely with your vision. Another key aspect of environment is habit. Habits are shaped by the routines and systems you create around yourself. If your environment makes it easy to fall into bad habits, success becomes harder to sustain. For example, if you want to eat healthy but your kitchen is filled with junk food, your environment is working against you. If you want to focus on personal growth, but your living space is filled with distractions, your environment is blocking you. The law of attraction responds to consistency, and consistency is easier when your environment is designed to support the habits that lead to success. Sometimes, creating a supportive environment requires difficult choices. It may mean limiting time with people who drain your energy, even if they are friends or family. It may mean stepping away from environments that are comfortable but stagnant, so you can place yourself in spaces that challenge you to grow. Success often requires upgrading not only your mindset but also your surroundings. The people you admire, the ones who consistently attract success, are intentional about where they spend their time and who they allow into their circle. The environment you choose tells a story about what you value. If you value growth, you will create an environment that fosters learning and development. If you value health, you will surround yourself with choices and people that support wellness. If you value financial success, you will put yourself in environments where prosperity is discussed, taught, and modeled. The law of attraction amplifies the signals you send, and your environment is one of the loudest signals of all. Remember this: no seed grows in isolation. It grows in soil, under sunlight, with water and nourishment. Your thoughts are the seeds of your future, but your environment is the soil that determines whether those seeds thrive or wither. If you want to attract success, choose fertile soil. Surround yourself with people who inspire you, fill your mind with ideas that elevate you, and create spaces that reflect clarity, abundance, and order. When your environment supports your vision, success becomes not just possible, but inevitable. Gratitude is one of the most powerful states of mind you can cultivate, and when it comes to the law of attraction, Nothing raises your vibration faster than a thankful heart. Gratitude shifts your focus from what is missing to what is already present. It changes your energy from lack to abundance. And in doing so, it opens the door for more blessings to flow into your life. You cannot be truly grateful and miserable at the same time. You cannot be deeply thankful and still feel powerless. Gratitude is magnetic. It creates a frequency that draws success, opportunity, and prosperity toward you. Think about this. Most people live with a focus on what they don't have. They wake up thinking about their problems, their struggles, and their limitations. They carry frustration about bills, stress about work, or resentment about the past. And yet they wonder why life keeps giving them more of the same. The law of attraction is simple. It responds to your dominant focus. If your dominant focus is lack, you attract more lack. But if your dominant focus is gratitude, you align yourself with abundance. Life begins to multiply whatever you celebrate. Gratitude is not just about saying, thank you, when something good happens. It's a way of living, a lens through which you view the world. It is choosing to see the blessing in every situation, even in challenges. When you can be grateful not only for the good, but also for the lessons in the difficult times, you elevate yourself above circumstances. You begin to see that everything is working for your growth, and that perspective keeps you in a state of trust rather than fear. That trust sends a powerful signal to the universe you are ready for more. One of the most effective ways to practice gratitude is to keep a daily journal. Each morning or evening, write down at least 3 to 5 things you are truly grateful for. They don't have to be big. Sometimes it's the simple things like the air you breathe, the roof over your head, or a kind word from a friend. As you write, don't just list them, feel them. Relive the moment. Let that sense of appreciation sink deep into your heart. The emotional vibration of gratitude is what makes it powerful. Over time, this practice rewires your mind to look for the good in every situation. And when you look for the good, you find more of it. Gratitude also has a future-focused power. When you give thanks in advance for the things you desire, you act as if they are already on their way. This is not wishful thinking. It is aligning your energy with the reality you want to attract. If you want financial success, give thanks now for the prosperity that is flowing to you. If you want better health, give thanks for the vitality that is entering your life. By feeling gratitude before the evidence appears, you set the stage for manifestation. You are telling your subconscious mind that it is already yours, and the law of attraction begins to move in harmony with that belief. Another dimension of gratitude is generosity. When you are truly grateful, you naturally want to share. And when you give, whether it's your time, your attention, or your resources, you create a flow of abundance. The more you give, the more comes back to you. Gratitude and generosity create a cycle of receiving and giving that multiplies prosperity in your life. A closed hand cannot receive, but an open hand guided by gratitude becomes a channel for more. Gratitude transforms not only your vibration, but also your relationships. When you express appreciation for people, they feel valued, and that deepens your connection. Success is rarely achieved in isolation. It often comes through relationships, partnerships, and teamwork. A grateful person attracts allies, mentors, and supporters because gratitude is magnetic to people as well as opportunities. Remember this truth: gratitude is not the result of abundance. It is the cause of it. Most people wait until something good happens to feel grateful. But those who consistently attract success know it works the other way around. They choose gratitude first, and abundance follows. When you make gratitude your daily habit, you unlock doors you didn't even know were closed. You open your heart, you raise your energy, and you align yourself with the limitless possibilities of life. Gratitude is the key that unlocks the treasure chest of abundance. Use it daily, live in it deeply, express it freely, and watch as success flows to you in greater measure than you ever imagined.